Hello, I'm Jeff Allen Wolf. This is The World Gone Mad. Do you still believe in democracy? Do you still believe in this country? I'm asking that sincerely. But I need to ask a harder question. Has everyone else just checked out? Because the threats I talk about here on the podcast are not abstract anymore. They're happening in real time. Silence doesn't protect democracy. Algorithms don't defend it. Comfort doesn't preserve it. I've been standing up publicly against Trump and MAGA for nearly 3 years now. Not because it's easy, not because it's profitable, but because it matters. Lately, it feels like my voice is hitting a wall. And I want to know if I'm the only one still pushing. If you're still here, if you still care, if you still believe this country is worth fighting for, I'd like to hear from you, even a single sentence. Engagement matters more than people realize, and silence is not neutral. Now, this episode's going to be a rant, and if you don't like rants, a lot of you are going to go click and tune out of this. It is what it is, but I need to say it, and everyone needs to hear it. Wolfpack listeners, now is the time to stand up and be heard. I've asked repeatedly. I've banged my head against the wall. I've yelled it. I've said it nicely. I get nowhere. I'm asking from my heart and soul. Please respond back. wolfpacktalks@gmail.com. It's easy. wolfpacktalks@gmail.com. Am I doing this podcast for nothing? Am I pissing into the wind? Am I sitting in a small closet screaming into my pillow? I certainly hope not. This country is worth fighting for, but I can't be the only one. There must be someone out there who's listening who cares enough to respond to and comment on this podcast. I know you're exhausted. Got that. I know you're busy with life. Got that. But please understand, I'm exhausted just as much. And I'm busy with life, especially with the turmoil that's going on with my family right now. All I'm asking is for one text from you, one email, your feedback, your comments, a pulse, a breath. I can't emphasize enough how much I would love and need to hear from you and your thoughts. Thank you for letting me get this off my chest because I'm pissed right now. So everything going on in our country, from Donald Dementia and his MAGA lunatics, we need to stand up together against this. Okay, here we go. I want Greenland. I want fucking Greenland. And you're going to give it to me. Donald screaming out his next demand. Canada's on alert because they think they're next. What the fuck is happening every day? Where the fuck are any Republicans stopping this madness? We are so damn disoriented, disorganized, and doing our own things instead of collectively banding together. We have hundreds of Democratic Facebook groups with hundreds of thousands of members typing, posting, and screaming the same shit. Posting the same shit and ignoring other stuff that's going on. I tried recently contacting directly admins of these Democratic Facebook groups. Several blocked me. Me, a fellow Democrat. Me, a member of their groups. Me, the one with the microphone, who's now heard in every state in our country, and now, according to the statistics, 69 countries around the world for this podcast. I'm not saying that out of ego. No brag, just fact, yet. Democratic admins are blocking me. My other posts, my DMs to the other admins are not being delivered. Facebook is blocking me. I post on other threads and other social media groups, and I'm being blocked there. Did I strike a nerve? Did I piss somebody off with the truth? Did I push the wrong buttons that makes people worry about what I'm saying and it may resonate with others? Again, I stress, I'm not saying this out of ego. I'm saying that collectively as a Democrat, if we don't start fucking supporting each other, or we don't stop fighting among each other, we're screwed. Kiss the midterms goodbye. Kiss this country goodbye. And with what little energy we have left, we spend a ridiculous amount of time fighting with Republicans on other Facebook groups or in other social media venues. And that gets us nowhere. What the hell are we doing, everyone? Do you not understand that there are voices out there that are heard all over? The ones we should be spending our energy and time on and supporting? Yes, Rachel. Yes, Lawrence O'Donnell. Yes, Jon Stewart. Yes, John Oliver. But I'm talking about the smaller voices. I know several people who listen to my podcast write a Substack who do great work. They're not followed as much as they should be. I know others doing podcasts who are not heard like they should be. Myself included among those voices. Then we have other talking voices. Democrats who have thousands and thousands of followers, and these podcasters make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month saying the same shit over and over again and doing very little work with very little effort. And I'll bet you if I name these people, some of my listeners are listening to them and following them. We are in trouble as a Democratic Party. We split our time, resources, and energy in actions that won't move the needle. People, wake the fuck up. Stop posting the same garbage on Facebook groups that get you nowhere other than raise your blood pressure. Put your time, effort, and energy into important actions, such as calling your state senators and congressmen and women. Put your efforts into calling people in Washington who are Democrats. Put your effort into people like yourself who collectively have ideas on how to do things to move the needle. Stop going through the motions. Stop pretending you give a shit about this country, and all you're doing is wasting hours each day of each week posting useless crap on the internet. And if I've pissed anybody off right now who's listening, and I don't imagine any of my listeners should be pissed off about this because you're not doing any of this, right? But if you're mad at me for stating this, then rethink your efforts. If a lot of my listeners, and I hope you are not one of these doing any of these waste of time actions, then congratulations. Take a stand, believe in what you do, but do it in the right circles. We've got trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with D, and that stands for Donald. Trouble, trouble, trouble right here in River City. And of course, I mean America. We need to take a stand. We need to draw a line in the sand and then fucking draw a line on top of that line. My words are so inadequate for me to just say that there's a problem in this country because of Donald. That oversimplifies everything. That minimizes everything. We've crossed that point of no return. We've got a clear and present danger in our country, and that's Donald, that's Vance, that's MAGA, and we don't stand a chance unless we create some noise and solid action. And I don't mean violence by any stretch of the imagination. I'm certainly not advocating that. But the protests we're doing around the country, they're nice. If you've been to one of them, good. I applaud you. But they're nice. Those protests need to be 10 to 100 times larger in turnout. We have an out-of-control administration who doesn't give a crap about you or your family or anyone else in our country. ICE. Let me talk about ICE. Injustice, cruel enforcement. Rounding up people at their jobs and in their homes, shooting people point blank with no accountability. Then there's affordability. Donald stating that America is fine. People shouldn't worry about affording things. That is a delusional frame of mind on display. Again, Donald showing that he doesn't care about you or your family. More craziness from Trump with his hurt ego. I didn't get a Nobel Peace Prize, and I deserve one for stopping 8 wars. Though therefore, why should I care about peace? And I'm paraphrasing Donald here. Trump argued that Denmark cannot protect Greenland, and that Greenland is vulnerable to Russia and China, implying that the United States would be better positioned to protect it. In other words, I want Greenland, fuck you, and there's nothing you could do about it. I'm flying in, so give me goddamn Greenland. Heavy swallow of my scotch and ginger right now. Are you out of your freaking mind, Donald, the waste of DNA? And we shouldn't question why Canada is now up in arms because of this, and under alert because they're the next target in Donald's bullseye. And now to top off all this bizarre shit coming from Donald Trump, there are reports now, I'm sure some of you have read, that the East Wing is not just about creating the Golden Throne ballroom to pay homage to Donald, but beneath it is a bunker being torn up and rebuilt so Donald can huddle there and run things if everything falls apart. I'm not going to justify this as truth or not truth, but the fact is it's being reported according to several sources. Donald is creating a stronghold, again according to credible sources, so his command center could be placed under the East Wing rebuild. And if the shit hits the fan with civil unrest or an attack or whatever, Trump could continue to run the country as long as he's on this earth. And if he kicks the bucket, his frigging enablers who are anti-American can control from there as well. This is like a Rod Serling Twilight Zone episode that Rod himself one day said out loud in his study, "I don't have a lot left to write about, even though I'm a fantastic writer. So let me make up some drug-induced delusional shit about a man in charge of a country who just went haywire and decided to say, fuck it, let me do it my way and take everything down. You're coming up to the signpost up ahead. It reads the Trump Dementia Zone. Da 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 da. We're in huge trouble, people. And for the past year, I've been reading about and watching Democrats run around in circles chasing phantom things with no cohesive strategy for the most part. I'm not accusing you, the Wolfpack listener. I'm saying in general, so don't be insulted. And if you're insulted about what I just said, good. Then maybe you'll wake up and change your social media activity and what you decide to spend your time on. Yeah, I'm on a rant. Yeah, I'm angry. Yeah, I'm worried. And that's a poor choice of words. I'm worried. I'm frigging scared. I don't want to live the rest of my life trying to survive in a country where I have to look over my shoulder and wondering if someone's coming after me or my family with a gun to shut me up because I believe in free speech. And yes, I'm also worried, as I told you multiple times, that Natasha and I are going through a financial upheaval due to her sudden job loss. So forgive me for ranting and screaming, but we need to do something more than these protests. We need to do something more than posting crap on Facebook. We need to do something more than arguing with stupid-ass Republicans who don't get it and never will. please stop fucking wasting your time arguing with Republicans and posting on internet groups while the admins are sitting back and laughing their asses off because of the anger this is generating in each group with all this nonsense. I need you. I need you. And I say it respectfully. Stop spending hours posting on Facebook. Stop thinking this allows you to control the narrative. It doesn't. Stop wasting your energy and decimating your health in the process over these actions you choose to take. I have a podcast. It's now heard according to Listen Notes independent ranking, and you could check this out on the web yourself so you don't feel I'm making shit up. This podcast, my podcast, is in the top 5% out of 3.5 million podcasts in my genre category of news commentary. According to Buzzsprout, the hosting site for my podcast, I'm heard in every single state of our country and the District of Columbia, and now 69 countries. And I'm proud of that. And I've worked my ass off for that without pay. No ego intended on my part, because I believe in this country and I have a voice. I'll continue to do this until I lose my voice or I collapse due to health and stress. What you can do to help me, for those that haven't yet, and those of you that can, is share my podcast link everywhere you can. Please don't tell me you're going to, but you don't. Some of you are admins of Facebook groups yourself. Please share it. Some of you have friends you communicate with who feel just like you. Please share my podcast link with them. And to those of you, the handful of you that supported us financially, Natasha and I, or with words of encouragement, or with words of, Jeff, we can't help, or I can't help right now, I'm sorry, that's fine. I understand. The support some of you have shown Natasha and I, we're grateful for your care and concern. Please keep sharing the link to my podcast. The more ears that hear my podcast, the better it helps Natasha and I from losing our house. It's going to take a while for Natasha to get a job in this economy because of Donald. Every little bit of support from you, the listeners, makes a huge difference. And every new person that hears my podcast strengthens my voice across this country in the world about the dangers of Donald. I thank you for letting me rant and rage this episode. Would also help by sharing the podcast link. And in top of that, could you please email me? It would be nice to hear from someone. Even a line makes a difference for me to keep going, to keep the energy. wolfpacktalks@gmail.com. Please use it. I'm Jeff Allen Wolf. This is A World Gone Mad. I'm taking names and I'm holding these frigging people accountable. Wolfpack, lock in, keep alert, remain skeptical. But most of all, stay hopeful.